I hope you're all excited because this is going to be a very, very good webinar today.
I'm excited. It's fun to see those number of participants going up like that.
Yeah, it's incredible. Okay, just to recover, you've got your chat options right at the very, very bottom of your screen. So if you want to chat to us, then you can write to just the panelists, which will be just Natalia and myself. Or if you want to change it so that everybody on the webinar can see it, if you just change the drop down to all panelists and attendees, like so. The question and answer session, if you can put any questions that you've got into this section at the bottom, and then what we can do is it's really easy at the end of the presentation to do the question and answers. If we're trying to pull them all out through the chat, it's a little bit more tricky. So if you've got any important questions, please pop them in the Q&A. So without further ado, I'd just like to say on behalf of my Booking Awards, thank you so much for joining us today. And it is incredible to see the amount of people that have come on board to hear all about Coconut Bay and Serenity at Coconut Bay. And please may I introduce the fantastic Natalia, who's going to be walking you through the resorts today and giving you all your USPs so you'll be armed, ready and raring to sell these amazing properties. So over to you, Natalia.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you taking the time to join us to learn a little bit more about Coconut Bay and Serenity. We look forward to telling you a little bit about our piece of paradise in St. Lucia, and I will be ready to get started, Sarah, whenever you tell me to go.
You can go.
All right. So let's jump right in. Everybody should be able to see my screen. For those of you who are familiar with the wonderful destination of St. Lucia, Coconut Bay is St. Lucia's award-winning premium all-inclusive resort. And we are located on 1 beautiful mile of beach. So for those of you who have been in the industry for a long time, I'm not sure if you know the location of Coconut Bay, but you know, in real estate, they say it's all about location, location, location. Well, that's true of your vacation as well. And why you want to choose Coconut Bay or Serenity for your clients is because of our location. We are ideally located just a short 5-minute transfer from Hewanora International Airport. But you can see from the map on this slide that we are also ideally located on the exotic south coast of the island, which is in close proximity to all of the island's top attractions. Now, what that means for your clients is no long airport transfers. So they don't lose their day of arrival and they don't lose their day of departure with that long airport transfer because their vacation begins literally 5 minutes after they get in the car. And what that means for your clients is the best week of their life. So I like to show you guys a little bit of a snapshot for what that best week might look like. So take a moment to enjoy this video, please. Now this talks you through or walks you through visually what that week might look like from day 1 to day 7, keeping in mind that we're on 85 acres and in close proximity to all of the island's attractions. So there's lots for your clients to do and see or not do during their 1-week stay. That gives you a little bit of a snapshot of what that 1-week stay might look like. And we're going to continue through our visual tour of Coconut Bay and Serenity. For those of you that are not familiar with Coconut Bay, our resort is divided into 2 wings. Our Harmony wing is adults only, which you can see it's on the left side of the resort, on the left side of your screen. Our Splash wing is our family-friendly wing. And as we move forward in our visual tour of Coconut Bay, we're going to start with the Splash wing to give you an idea. So the Splash wing is what we say caters to the young and the young at heart. What's located on our Splash wing is our Cocoland water park that has the water slides, the lazy river, the waterfalls. Our kids club is 50,000 square feet, so lots of space for the kids to enjoy and have a really great time. Our lazy river is 1,500 feet. We have the Islands Only Resort Petting Zoo, the Islands Only Resort Paintball Course, and the Islands Only Resort Kite Surfing Facility. So lots of things to make Coconut Bay and the Splash Wing a unique experience. For staying in Splash, our families will enjoy, they have the option of family connecting rooms. So we have 2-bedroom connecting rooms. Those are on request with all of our tour operator partners. They do also have the option again of the water park, the lazy river. What's neat to know about our kids club is the fact that we have 3 age divided activities and activity schedules, from babies to toddlers all the way up through 12 years old. So the kids really do have a full week of scheduled activities. We have our own water fountain playground, which you can see behind here. We also have our own resort mascots, Coco and Loco. Splash has multiple room categories. They are family friendly designed with garden view, ocean view, premium ocean view, and concierge premium ocean view. When I say they're family friendly designs, you can see from the slides on the left that the room configurations are either king beds or 2 queen beds, but in the premium rooms, they also have twin trundle beds. So it is designed that the mom and dad would have the king bed and the children, Johnny and Susie, would be in the twin trundle beds. And now we transition to the other side of our resort, which is Harmony. Harmony is the adults only wing of our resort, and we like to say guests find their perfect piece of paradise in Harmony. Right now, while the resort is closed, we are actually working on the Harmony side of the resort, adding in brand new tikis, brand new sun tracker beds, brand new decking. And what's really great, I mean, one of the great things about Coconut Bay, it's always been great, but now it becomes really important, is the fact that our 85 acres of space and 1 mile of beach is ideal for social distance. Harmony has 2 adults only pools, which you're looking at here. Harmony also has the adults only bar, and there is cocktail service by the pools on the adults only Harmony wing. So it is ideal for your romance clients, your honeymoon clients that are on a little bit more of a budget. Harmony also has our exclusive sun tracker beds, which you can see on the bottom left of the slide, and we're building new ones at the moment. These are really neat because clients can turn them to face the sun throughout the course of the day as the sun moves. Harmony is also home to our oceanfront spa, which is really great. That's where our guests have the opportunity to sit back, relax, and have, you know, a massage or a facial or any of our wraps or scrubs. You know, wonderful treatments are available in our oceanfront spa. Our spa has 8 indoor treatment rooms and 3 oceanfront cabanas. We offer the complete gamut of packages from scrubs, again, massages, manicures, pedicures, but also full complete salon services for our wedding guests as well. And you know, one of the things I like to tell you all as you're talking to your clients is encourage them to get one of the local organic treatments. And the ones that we like to recommend is our chocolate scrub is made with cocoa grown on a coconut plantation in St. Lucia. The calabash massage uses a calabash calabash is the national tree of St. Lucia. Our coconilla massage uses coconut oil and coconut milk. So the local organic products really make for that special spa treatment during the course of their stay, and it's not something that they could get in a spa at home. Our Harmony Wing also offers multiple room categories again as well. The rooms are configured with 1 king or 2 queen beds, a desk, and a sitting area. And the room categories are divided again into garden view, ocean view, premium ocean view, and junior suite. And what we did recently is you can now add on concierge services to our premium ocean view and our junior suite accommodations. So if you've got clients who are looking for that extra level of service and attention, you want to recommend that they add on the concierge services to either the premium room category or the junior suite room category. And just so you're aware, each of our wings, our Harmony wing and our Splash wing, they're 4-story wings. So the junior suites are located on the 4th floor of Harmony, and the premium for Splash are also located on the 4th floor. So the best views, best room category, and those are also the highest rates as well. Now, as a part of our premium all-inclusive amenities, your clients will enjoy non-motorized water sports as well. So snorkeling, kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding are all included with the all-inclusive on resort. And then we also have windsurfing and kite surfing, which those are seasonal and fees do apply. But Coconut Bay has been noted as one of the best spots in the Caribbean, not just to kite surf, but to learn to kite surf. We have instructors on site. They're all ICAO certified. It's really great for those of you that have clients who are adrenaline junkies, as we like to call them. But really great opportunity. It's a really fun sport. It's good for girls and guys to learn. And our kite surfing season is November through August. I can talk more about that later for any of you who are interested. So now we'll turn a corner and talk for a moment about what everyone wants to know with the all-inclusive packages, and that is our dining and bars. So for premium all-inclusive, which is what Coconut Bay, we call ourselves 4-star in most markets, we offer 9 restaurants, 6 of which are a la carte, 7 bars serving premium and top shelf liquors without an upcharge. They're all included. Our bars are located strategically throughout the resort. Our restaurants are also located throughout the resort. We do have indoor dining venues under air conditioning and outdoor dining venues as well. Our Calabash restaurant, which is shown here, actually just got a facelift this past fall. And for those of you who are familiar with Coconut Bay, you know traditionally we close every September for renovations. Because we are currently closed due to the coronavirus pandemic, we will not be closing this September. But as a resort that is now 15 years old, Coconut Bay is, we celebrated our 15th birthday in March. The last 5 or 6 Septembers we've closed, and that's our time to really update the resort. So what I like to tell most of you travel agents, if you haven't seen us in the last 3 to 4 years, then you haven't seen us. So please come back and plan to see us. This slide shows just some of our dining venues. Again, our dining venues are located indoors, outdoors, poolside and oceanside, offering Caribbean, international, Italian, and Asian cuisine. One of the most popular spots since we built it in 2015 became the Jerk Tree House. And that's been a really great addition to the eateries because everyone, when they come to the Caribbean, they love that jerk pork and they love that jerk chicken. And our Jerk Tree House is a great spot for your clients to enjoy. We also like to let you know and let our guests know that we do have an organic greenhouse on property, and that serves all of the restaurants on resort. So our guests have the opportunity for farm to table fruits and vegetables, and also boat to table fresh fish every day in most of our restaurants. Switching over to our bars, our 7 bars are conveniently located throughout the resort in several prominent oceanfront locations. We do have the adults only bar in Harmony. We have the swim up bar in Splash. If you can look at that photo of the swim up bar in Splash, you can see it has 2 sides to it. The left side is actually the adult side with an adult cocktail menu. The right side is actually the kids bar with the kiddie cocktail menu. That's really great for our families who are traveling together. Our kids love the idea that they can swim up and place their own order for a beverage with their kiddie cocktail menu. The bar on the right is Peter John's Caribbean Rum Bar. Again, top shelf liquors are included with no upcharge, and Peter John's Caribbean Rum Bar has definitely the largest selection of Caribbean rums on the island, and probably one of the largest selection of rums definitely in the Caribbean. And we do rum tasting on resort as an activity every week, and I'm sure, as you can imagine, it's very popular. Our guests love to try their rums so that they can buy a bottle of 2 bottle or two of Chairman's Reserve, which is the local St. Lucian rum, and we also have Piton, which is the local St. Lucian beer, which is very popular with our clients. So next we're going to switch over to the romantic side of the resort. Coconut Bay offers multiple wedding, honeymoon, and vow renewal packages for your clients. Our wedding packages are something that we're really proud of. And for 3 years in a row, 17, 18, and 19, we won the British Wedding Awards, which we were really excited about. We also received recognition from the Caribbean Wedding Industry Awards. We're honored for the British Wedding Awards because that's recognition by the brides themselves. And it's also a testament to the level of service that our staff provides to the brides and grooms on resort. We literally hold their hands and take care of them from their day of arrival through to their day of departure. All of our wedding packages are 100% customizable by the bride and groom, and we provide complete professional wedding planning services from their pre-travel event coordinator to their on-site wedding planner. Now, the level of service that we provide to our brides and grooms is unlike any other. And I highly recommend it as you are working with a wedding couple and they might be shopping around with different resorts. One of the questions you want them to ask and you want to know is, how many weddings do we at Coconut Bay perform per day? And as you're shopping with other resorts, ask them, how many weddings are they performing per day? We only do one big wedding per day, and that's very much on purpose. We want our brides to have our undivided attention so that she can have her day, her way, and something blue is always included at Coconut Bay. We have 2 gorgeous wedding venues. Both are oceanfront for our wedding packages. One is our oceanfront gazebo. The other is our oceanfront Eternity Beach location. When you take a look at our wedding packages, you will see that they are very comprehensive. They include everything that the bride and groom could want, from their flowers to their entertainment, to their catering, to their decorations, to the, it's everything they could want, from even the DJ. So the inclusions are comprehensive. They are the best value in terms of, a destination wedding with all of the inclusions. And for the highest wedding packages, it even includes the rehearsal dinner. So the brides and grooms really end up with what essentially is a 3-day celebration. They get the rehearsal dinner, their ceremony, their reception, and if they purchase the Pearl package, that also includes a catamaran sunset cruise on the day of their choosing after their wedding day. It's a 3-day celebration. I show you these 2 venues as well because we've got lots of family reunion groups and small small corporate groups that like to do events on resort. And so our 2 venues are not just used for weddings and receptions, but they're used for small groups as well. And we've got multiple locations on resort to have small group dinners, small group receptions, indoors, poolside, or oceanside. So this is where I like to say, close your eyes, take a moment to take a deep breath, because now is where we talk about Serenity. Serenity is St. Lucia's newest 5-star luxury suite resort. It is on the 85-acre compound with Coconut Bay, but the Serenity experience is a world apart from the Coconut Bay experience because it is 5-star, it is luxury. The suites are absolutely opulent and indulgent. And I'm going to give you a slice of the Serenity experience now. Those are brand new Serenity Beach cabanas. So that gives you a sneak peek, snapshot, if you will, of the Serenity experience. I don't like to talk over the video too much because I really feel like the video speaks for itself. Now, the Serenity experience is 36 very indulgent, very opulent plunge pool butler suites. The suites range in size from 1,200 to 1,900 square feet of interior and exterior space. And the 36 suites are divided into 3 room categories. So yes, these are absolutely spacious suites. They are incredibly indulgent and opulent. They're bigger than a lot of apartments, as I'm sure some of you can imagine, in the States and in Canada and elsewhere. Each suite provides so many indulgent amenities for your clients. Now, Serenity is for your honeymoon clients, your romance clients, your luxury clients that are looking for that extra level of service and attention. The suites all have their own private plunge pool with waterfall. They all have his and her wardrobes or his and her closets. They all have flat screen televisions, a hammock. The bathrooms are really huge with soaking tubs, glass enclosed showers, and his and her vessel sinks. So again, really just optimal, luxurious spaces. And, you know, in the time that we are in now, having to deal with COVID, Serenity is ideal for social distance because the suites are designed in such a way that if your clients choose never to leave their suite during the course of their stay, which some of our honeymooners do not, they will be perfectly taken care of. The landscape is very tropical. They do have gourmet dining. In Serenity, guests of our Serenity Resort do not have to go to the spa. The spa will come to them. We do have 24-hour room service, and I want to point out that it's contactless room service. So before COVID even came into being, our suites were designed in such a way that if the guests are out on their patio sunning au natural in their plunge pool, as honeymooners do, but they would like their champagne or their wine or their afternoon snacks delivered, the suites are designed with a really unique butler food delivery box. And that butler delivery box is designed in such a way that the butler will call his guests to say that he's delivered their champagne or he's delivered their afternoon snacks. And they don't have to see him or get dressed to welcome him into their room because he delivers the food into that unique delivery system box, and then they can receive it whenever they're ready. Now that's good for breakfast in bed, that's good for champagne, it's good for afternoon snacks, it's good for rum and coke, whatever the guests desire. So that contactless room service has become a really neat thing. Also, our intuitive butler services. Now, our butlers are available to Serenity guests as much or as little as they desire. Some of our clients will choose to have the butler unpack their luggage and do evening turn down and set a bubble bath and shuttle them to their private beachfront cabana. And some of our clients just don't want to be bothered, and that's okay too. It really is up to the client as to how much they take advantage of those amazing butler services. One of the unique things is the butlers will personalize our guests' wet bar on arrival. So if the husband likes Chairman's Reserve and the wife likes red wine, they get a personalized wet bar upon arrival based on each of their own tastes. Now, neat thing about Serenity is the dining options for Serenity clients. The world is literally their oyster because Serenity guests can dine inside the Great House, which is the photo on the right, which is Serenity's main restaurant. They can dine outside the Great House. They can dine in a pool cabana. They can dine in a beach cabana. They can dine in the comfort of their suite. They can dine on the patio of their suite, or they can dine in any of the 8 restaurants at Coconut Bay. So it's a really neat opportunity for Serenity guests from a dining standpoint. They have multiple options, and it really is the ultimate romance destination with customized vacation experiences, again, based on the individual clients, what their desires are, and their butler's ability to take care of them and cater to their clients. So if they choose to have an in-suite massage, or if they would like a private island tour, or if they would like a bubble bath with champagne, it's up to the butler to take care of them and to cater to their needs. One of the things we were really excited to add after Serenity opened was our 5 oceanfront beach cabanas. Now, Serenity guests are in such opulence that they don't have to walk the 150 steps to the beach. Oh no. Serenity guests simply have to pick up the phone, call their butler cell phone, call their butler, and ask Greg to transport them via golf cart to their very own oceanfront beach cabana. And they can have the cabana for half the day, they can have the cabana for the whole day. Their butler will pack drinks or snacks or a picnic lunch at their desire in our oceanfront beach cabanas. And of course, what's really special is, again, even before COVID, Serenity was designed for social distance. So with the private pool cabanas, with the private beach cabanas, with our 1 mile of beach, there is ample space to keep your distance. One new package that we were really excited to add, as I mentioned, Coconut Bay has 5 wedding packages that range from $7.99 to $89.99. Well, we wanted Serenity to have its own wedding package as well. And so we designed the Sapphire package, which is a luxury package. It is designed for an elopement or a vow renewal or a small wedding party who really just want it to be about the 2 of them. But they take their vows on a private catamaran. They have the catamaran for half day. The pitons are their backdrop. It includes a private dinner, of course, the cake and the champagne toast, but it really is a gorgeous and luxurious wedding ceremony. We've had quite a few clients take advantage of this, some of whom as a second wedding. So really, really gorgeous. Serenity opened in the fall of 2017. So we're just shy of 2.5 years old, or 2.5 years young. We're still a baby, so we're still new. And we are really proud of the accolades that the resort has earned in our short term of operations. We were honored to receive the USA Today 10 Best Reader's Choice in 2018, and we received it again in 2020. But one of the accolades we're most proud of is our TripAdvisor. When you go on to TripAdvisor and click ranked hotels in St. Lucia, you will find that Serenity is the #1 ranked hotel of the over 50 ranked hotels in St. Lucia. That's a tremendous accolade, as I'm sure you all imagine, because we did not generate that. That is generated by reviews by our guests. So we're really excited about that. It's a testament to the service level of our guests in Serenity and to their positive experiences that they've taken the time to write about. Now is where I get to our promotions. So for your clients who are staying in Serenity for 7 nights or longer, they get $1,000 in added value inclusions. We call that our Grand Romance package. And please understand, this is not a resort credit. This is legitimate $1,000 in vacation inclusions with a couple staying 7 nights. It includes an in-suite couples massage, a private island tour, catamaran sunset cruise, private beach cabana time, and more, all with a 7-night stay. So now we're going to recap really quickly because I'm coming to the end of my time, and then we'll get to the really important part, which is how do you benefit from selling Coconut Bay and Serenity? So again, our Coconut Bay selling features, we are ideal for those multi-gen family groups and wedding groups. We've got 85 acres, 1 mile of beach, 5 pools, 9 restaurants, and 7 bars. But our resort is situated in such a way that it is so spread out that it really is ideal for social distance. We also have outdoor themed dinners, 2 nights on the splash pool deck. One is Caribbean night, one is country and western night. Also, every child that registers in our kids club gets a free cocoa pack. And some of you, it was on the photo in the splash room. I'm sure you didn't notice it on the little trundle bed. That cocoa pack includes a hat, a water bottle, a backpack, and a t-shirt that the kids enjoy and wear and use for the duration of their stay. There is no fee for that. And also you want to note that our kids club does accept babies. Coconut Bay is also known because we have turtle nesting on our beach. Nesting season is March through November. It's a really neat once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for our guests who get to see the hatchlings when they go to the water. We also have kite surfing from November to August. And because we're on an 85-acre plantation, we serve coconut water and coconuts daily, and that's really neat. This gives you a little bit of a picture of how our resorts are situated. You can see that when you come in on the gray line to the middle towards the back, the road coming in from the airport to the resort, you go to the left to Serenity, you go to the right to Coconut Bay and all of the amenities. This gives you a really big snapshot of how spread out the resort is and how long the beach is and how spread out all of the public areas are, so you don't have to worry about climbing over anyone to get to your lounge chair. Because of the new mandates, obviously from the CDC and WHO, and also the new mandates coming from St. Lucia, when we do reopen our resorts, all of the beach loungers and the beach chairs and the pool loungers will be spaced apart for social distance. But to be honest, they were done that way before because we've got so much space to work with. We don't have to worry about kind of wall-to-wall people or, some all-inclusives. The beach areas and the pool areas, the chairs are set up. It's so confined, it's almost like sardines, if some of you know what I'm talking about. Our public spaces have never been like that because they're very open and they're really big spaces. And I will be happy to answer any questions you have about that shortly. And as we come to our resorts overview, I just want to share just a few things. Again, it's all about location. We are that short 5 minutes from the airport. Our Harmony Wing, as a reminder, is our adults only wing. Our Splash Wing, as a reminder, is our family friendly wing. We do have lots of amenities on resort to keep everyone in the family busy with our fitness center, our oceanfront spa. We have tennis courts, basketball courts, paintball, beach and pool volleyball, of course, lots of daily activities and nightly entertainment. And for Serenity, you just want to remember that the suites are so spacious that they really are ideal for romance and honeymooners. And Serenity guests get to enjoy all of the amenities of Coconut Bay, but it does not go vice versa. So the Serenity guests get that 2 resorts in 1 experience, but it does not go vice versa for Coconut Bay. Also, when we reopen, it is important that you know and you can share with your clients and they can find the information on our website that both of our resorts have established what we are affectionately referring to as Paradise Protection Protocols. These are all the new guidelines that we are having to abide by for social distance based on CDC guidelines, WHO guidelines, and of course, St. Lucia's guidelines. We do have a COVID page on both of our websites. We encourage you to review the COVID page and our clients to review the COVID page. We are getting ready for the island to reopen its borders. We're getting ready for our resorts to reopen. And we are actively working now to put what all the new protocols are going to be on our website. And that page is going to get updated again this week because the government issued the St. Lucian government issued some new guidelines. Friday, we were on a call with the hotels yesterday, and we've got new updates coming. So please keep looking at our website for the latest information, at St. Lucia's website for the latest information, and encourage your clients, especially prior to travel, to double check what the requirements are for them as well. So now we get to the part of our presentation, which is about you. How do we thank you? How do we reward you for booking our 2 resorts? And, as we come out of a situation that has been tough for all of us with our resorts having to close and some of you having to close your business, we know how hard this time has been for the travel agent community, and we are so grateful for you and your flexibility and your dedication. And so effective this month, for the month of May, we launched new rewards programs for both Coconut Bay and for Serenity for our North American agents and for our UK agents. So this is my time to tell you how we're rewarding you with what we're calling Coconut Bay and Serenity's agent stimulus package. So, the US government and several other governments put out consumer stimulus. This is our travel agent stimulus to you. This is our thank you to you. So agents can earn up to 15% commission on direct bookings. But for those of you who book through your preferred tour operator, that's totally fine. you can also earn up to a $250 reward. Now, for those of you that are calling, participating from North America, the websites listed here are rewards websites. The top one, seabayresortrewards.com, is for US agents. Our Canadian agents, you would register your bookings at seabayrewards.com, and it's a different URL for any of you who are participating from the UK. Now, the $250 reward is based on by room category. So the highest room category gets that $250 reward. The lowest room category gets a $50 reward. So that gives you an idea. And the rewards are broken down on the Resort Rewards website with all of the details, with all of the terms and conditions. So for agents, you can earn up to 15% commission, up to $250 reward. Agents also earn 1 free night for every 7-night booking. And we put out new agent rates for the rest of this year, excluding Christmas. So the agent rate is $99 for the travel agent. You must have a valid IATA or CLIA number, and $159 for your guest. So that's a really great opportunity for you. And of course, at Coconut Bay, we have savings up to 65% for your clients. With travel, the end of August through the early part of October is that 65% rate. Those are the lowest rates of the year. Those are also the lowest airfares of the year. Now, how does Serenity reward you guys? Now, as you can imagine with luxury, the higher, because our per night rate in Serenity is significantly higher, that gives us an opportunity to reward you more as well. So agents earn 15% commission in Serenity across the board. And for your reward, it's up to $500. So talk about an agent stimulus for you. So if you send your clients for 7 nights, you can earn $300 for a plunge pool suite, $400 for a premium plunge pool suite, $500 for a grand plunge pool suite. And I neglected to mention on the previous slide, so for Coconut Bay and Serenity, the awards are based on a 7-night stay, okay? So really exciting. Both of these awards are brand new as of the month of May. They will be valid for bookings through July 31. They will be valid for travel through all of 2020 and all of 21. So that really gives us an opportunity to sell ahead to those who are a little bit nervous about traveling right now. We can sell fall, we can sell winter, we can sell well into next year with these new booking bonuses. And I should mention, and Sarah can talk more about this as well, in North America, the rewards are paid out as Visa gift cards. In the UK, the rewards are paid out as MasterCard gift cards. Of course, you have to register your bookings to earn your rewards. And I have on here the US website, the Canada website, and the UK has its own URL as well. Thank you very, very much for your time today. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your resilience. Thank you for your dedication. We could not be where we are without you, the travel agent community. We appreciate you so much, and we look forward to continuing to support you as much as possible. We have a couple of emails that you can reach out to should you need immediate assistance. Our industry services email is specifically for those of you who are looking to take advantage of those agent rates. Our sales email is for those of you who need assistance with support or collateral or closing that sale. That's what that email is for. Our North American reservations, I only listed North America on here, but our UK contact for reservations is available as well on our website for both resorts. So, and it really feel free to call reservations if you're just trying to close a sale and you've got a few questions that you need answered. That's not a problem. Our reservations will be happy to help you with that. Of course, you know, social media was always important, but I believe in the COVID crisis, it's become even more important because that's our opportunity to communicate immediate updates. It's also been our opportunity to communicate videos and cocktail recipes and food recipes and stuff, just to give people what we're referring to as our piece of paradise. And so we've been, even though our resorts have been closed, we've been communicating on a regular basis on our social media channels, and you all are absolutely welcome to share our photos and videos on your social media. Thank you again for your time today. Thank you for your participation. We appreciate our travel agents, and we look forward to supporting you, and we look forward to welcoming your clients. And at this point, I'll turn it back over to Sarah, and I will be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Thank you so much, Natalia. That was amazing. Wow, I've been making notes galore as you've been talking. Rewards, wow, up to $500 is incredible for Serenity, and up to $250 for Sea Bay. The one wedding per day, the 85 acres, so the amazing social distancing, and the contactless room service. Those were the things that really jumped out at me. So thank you for bringing those to our attention. We have had so many messages and so many questions. So I'm going to steam through with the questions. So Becky has asked, she's read that St. Lucia announces responsible phased approach to reopening of the tourism sector beginning the 4th of June. Will the resorts open at the same time frame?
Not all of the resorts in St. Lucia will open up in that very beginning. As of now, we are planning to reopen in early June, but I do recommend that you check with the St. Lucia website and with our websites for the latest updates. The situation is fluid, and so things are subject to change. We were on a call yesterday with a lot of the St. Lucia sales and marketing team for various hotels. Not all resorts are going to reopen with phase 1. So just check about the resorts. But right now, our 2 resorts are planning to reopen in early June.
Super. Shauna has asked, can adults staying at Splash use the amenities of Harmony while the kiddies are at the kids club?
That's a really great question, and we get asked that all the time. Absolutely. So Harmony guests are welcome to go over and enjoy the water park and the lazy river, and the Splash adult guests are welcome to go over the spa and enjoy the spa and the Harmony pool. It's just that kids are not welcome in the Harmony pool area or in the spa. However, I will tell you that lots of adults do enjoy that lazy river. They'll have their cocktail in hand as they're going around the lazy river, and lots of adults do go down that slide. And they are absolutely welcome to check their kids into the kids club. They will receive, sorry about that, they will receive sign in, sign out cell phone for the children. So the kids club can contact the parents if they need to, or the parents can check on their kids if they need to. Our kids club does have operational hours. Some parents will leave their kids from check-in to check-out. Some parents only drop them off for maybe an hour or 2 or nap time.
Brilliant, thank you. Raymond has asked as well, in the 4-story buildings, do they have elevators? So in terms of, is it handicapped accessible?
You cut out there, Sarah. Sorry, I missed part of that question.
Sorry, in the 4-story buildings, do they have elevators? So he's asking, is your resort handicapped accessible?
Absolutely. So each wing, Harmony has an elevator, 1 elevator, and Splash has 1 elevator. We do have accessible rooms on each side. I believe there are 2 accessible rooms on Harmony and 3 accessible rooms on Splash. Brilliant. Or vice versa. There are a total of 5 accessible rooms total.
Gina's asked, what is the cost of kite and windsurfing? Do you know this, or is this something
I don't remember the amounts off the top of my head. The fees are hourly, but all of the details are on the kite surfing pages on our website.
Brilliant. Deborah's asked, do you have areas for my clients that smoke?
Oh, absolutely. So the smoking areas are permitted in the outdoor areas. And we do have ashtrays located strategically in a lot of the outdoor areas. It is not permitted inside the restaurants. Perfect. Or inside the rooms, I should be specific. But if they are outside in any of the outdoor public areas, smoking is permitted.
Brilliant. Gina's asked, are restaurant reservations required?
We do encourage restaurant reservations due to the number of reservations that we have. Coming out of when we reopen after COVID, the restaurant reservations are going to be even more important because we have had to remove a fair amount of the seating in each of our restaurants to account for social distance.
Rachel has asked, if I have a couple who do not want to hear the kids, how quiet is it if they are at Harmony and out in the pool or on the beach? Are they able to hear the kids from other sections of the resort?
That's a really great question. And going back to the reason I leave this map up during the Q&A is so you have an idea of the distance and the space. When you are on the Harmony wing of the resort, you are not bothered by children. Number one, they don't come over to that side of the resort because it's too quiet. The kids are always on the right side, you know, by the water park, by the kids club. So they really, you're not bothered by children when you're staying in Harmony. It's very quiet, it's very peaceful. And again, it's only adults on that side of the resort. Same for the rooms. Our Harmony wing is 18 and up. And I should point out that Serenity is adults only for 21 and up. So again, you don't have kids running around in the Harmony wing. Great question.
Louis has asked, where is the wedding planner located? Is it still a US-based service or is it on resort?
The pre-travel event planning is based in our North America office. However, on site, there is also our wedding coordinators on site. So prior to travel, they will deal with our North American wedding planner. 45 days prior to travel, the file gets passed off to our on-site wedding coordinators. And from 45 days prior to travel through to their time on-site, they will deal with our on-site wedding coordinator. The process is very seamless, and while they end up dealing with two separate folks through the process, there isn't an issue, and they really do get to customize their packages 100% to what they want. So, you know, one of the things I like to say is there's so many options in the Platinum and Pearl packages that if the bride wants, you know, her chair ties to be royal blue or silver or gold or burlap, and the colors on her cake to be all of that as well. And the flowers, you know, she can even pick her flowers. So 100% customizable.
Brilliant. No, it sounds perfect. Michaela's asked, do you provide commission for travel advisors who bring customers to you for the wedding services? And if so, how much?
Yes, our wedding packages are commissionable 10%.
Brilliant. Patricia has asked, when will Serenity reopen?
Both of our resorts are planning to reopen the first week in June.
Louis has asked the price for the rental of the Serenity Beach Cabanas. Do you know that?
It's a half day and full day rental fee, but if they're staying 7 nights, they do not pay because it's included in the 7-night package.
Brilliant. Patricia's asked about the travel agent rates to stay at Serenity.
We do not offer travel agent rates for Serenity at this time. And the reason being, because there are only 36 suites and Serenity has done, we're really excited, Serenity has done really well. Unfortunately, we're not offering travel agent rates at this time. That may be subject to change, but right now we're not offering travel agent rates at Serenity. Coconut Bay, it's much easier to put out travel agent rates because we've got 250 rooms to work with.
Brilliant. What is the cost of the cabanas at Harmony?
Oh, the sun tracker beds and the tikis at Harmony, those are all included as part of your stay.
Perfect. Latanya has asked, do you offer fam trips?
Fam trips are going to be tricky this year. Traditionally, the tourist board normally, St. Lucia Tourism Authority, sorry, normally conducts fam trips in the fall. In the past, they were usually in early September, early October, early November, and early December, usually around the first week of each of the fall months. However, because of the COVID situation, I am not 100% sure what the Tourism Authority is planning in the way of FAMs. The reason that we have rolled out these new travel agent rates for you is so that you can plan your own FAM. Right now, we don't have any organized FAMs planned. If that information changes, we will announce through the rewards program, or we will announce through our travel agent database, or you will be hearing from your local tourist board representative. So that would be Richard Moss is the U.S. tourist board representative from, and Rod Hanna is the Canadian U.S. tourist board, Canadian representative.
Super. Mary has asked, Serenity, there's 36 suites, but only 5 of the cabanas. Who gets them?
I know that seems like it should be a problem, but it never is a problem. Because we only have 36 suites and we've got 6 pool cabanas, at the Serenity main pool in addition to their plunge pool, and we've got 5 oceanfront beach cabanas. We never really run out. We've never had a situation where a guest wanted a cabana and there wasn't a cabana available. Because the Serenity guests have so many options and what there are to do, believe it or not, the 5 are enough.
Okay, perfect. Nicole's asked a really good question. Do you have a shareable PDF of Serenity that lists why it's such a great place for social distancing?
It's the social distancing on our corporate collateral does not exist at this moment, but it will very soon. I'm very sorry. Someone's knocking on the door of our office and it's distracting me, but I don't want to get up from the webinar.
Perfect. Debbie's asked, it's nice that you are a short distance from the airport, but are the guests bothered by the airplanes overhead?
That's a really great question, and I'm glad you asked. First of all, one thing you have to remember is St. Lucia is a small island, so we do not have hundreds of flights coming in every day. The flights come in the afternoons, they come in back to back, and they leave back to back. The only time you hear the airport noise is, or the planes taking off, I should say, is if you happen to be in the water, in the ocean, when the planes leave, and a lot of our guests will wave goodbye when they're out on the beach. You will not hear any of those airplanes in your room or in the restaurants or in your suites. You just don't hear it.
Perfect. I've got a question about the buffet. How will the buffet be operated when you open?
It's a really great question, and we have had to, our on-site team has actually had to redo all of our dining protocols. So as you can imagine, buffets will no longer be operational, I should say, when we reopen. So our main restaurant at Coconut Bay is Coconut Walk, which before was a buffet. It will now be a la carte. It has to be per the St. Lucia protocols, per the CDC protocols. So there will not be buffets. And if we do have large open spaces, like for our themed dinners, our chefs will be attending each of those food stations to either serve our clients directly, or our clients will have the option of a la carte. Also, one of the things we are instituting, which will be new at Coconut Bay, is we will allow our guests to order and take back to their rooms if they choose to, and that's a new opportunity. So there will be a lot about our new operational protocols, not just with our 2 resorts, but with all of the resorts, well, everywhere. And you can learn a lot more about what our operational protocols will be on our website. That is something that we are finalizing before we reopen this week. You can encourage any of your clients that are traveling in June, July, August, in the early part of phase 1 of the reopen of the island, to check out the COVID page on our website as to what those operational protocols will be. We just received new mandates as recently as yesterday from the St. Lucian government, so we are frantically working now to get all of that updated on the COVID page of our website as quickly as possible, and I hope to have it live by the end of this week.
Super. Jean's asked, do we get the 1 free night and the reward combined?
Yes, they are independent of each other, so as long as you book, the rewards are based on a 7-night stay. The 1 free night at Coconut Bay is also based on a 7-night stay, so you will earn both.
Brilliant. Is there a shuttle from Serenity to the beachfront cabanas? You've already answered this.
So I believe I mentioned, so it's 150 steps to the beach from Serenity, but because Serenity is a luxury property, we don't expect our guests to walk to the beach, and we don't want our guests to be shuttled to the beach, sorry. They would simply ask their butler will pick them up in a golf cart and take them directly to their beach cabana.
Perfect. I've had a few questions about the PDFs, the videos, and the resort maps. So I've just told everybody via the chat options that we'll email them out tomorrow for them. So
absolutely, that's easy. We've got Coconut Bay fact sheets. We've got Serenity fact sheets. This map that you are looking at now is available via PDF as well. Our sales team is readily available if you have any questions after the fact, and reservations is readily available after the fact. The one thing that I will say to everyone, and this is regardless of if you're sending your clients to our 2 resorts in St. Lucia or to the rest of the Caribbean, keep in mind that all of the islands are opening up as safely as we possibly can with very specific protocols for the phase 1 reopen. And you want to make sure that you are aware of what those protocols are, and you want your clients to be aware of what those protocols are as well, and encourage them to be mindful of the fact that the situation is fluid, and items and information is subject to change.
Brilliant. Kathleen's asked, how many adult-only restaurants do you have?
There's one adult-only restaurant, and that is Veranda.
Perfect. Rochelle has asked, is there an expiry on the free nights that we have earned?
No, they're in your bank, so you can use them. And actually, that's a really great question, because in the absence of a fam trip, if you send 5 clients for 7 nights, then you've earned 5 free nights, and that's your own fam trip right there. So that's something you want to keep in mind is, banking your rewards that you have earnned, especially those free nights, and save them up for you to, schedule your own fam trip. And when you do that, please do let us know that you are coming and staying when you cash in your rewards. Our travel agent partners do get special recognition and acknowledgement from our management on arrival.
Perfect. Mrs. asked as well, when the phase 1 happens for the reopening, she's read that people can't take taxis, rent cars, or tour places. Have you heard of that, or is it back to tourist board?
That's one of the things that we discussed yesterday with all of the hoteliers on the reopen protocols. So again, St. Lucia is being very cautious and conservative in phase 1 of their reopen in terms of the services that will be available and even the resorts that will be available. So what the destination is doing, and I don't want to speak too much to that because some of the information is fluid and changing on a regular basis, but every major property is going to have to be certified before they can reopen. Well, that's going to be true for all of the transportation providers and all of the tour sites as well. So the destination is putting out mandates as to what their expectations are, what their protocols are for the safe phase 1 reopen. And phase 1, don't quote me on this, phase 1 is, I think, a 30 to 60 day window, and then it'll change after that. So just double check on the St. Lucia website and the government's website as to what those different mandates are and how those things are going to change. We will be certified because there, as you can imagine, all hotels now not only have sanitation and cleanliness protocols that we have to abide by, but we also have to abide by the social distance protocols as well. So before the whole island can reopen, they will be certifying not just the hotels to make sure that we are all operating by all of the new guidelines, but they will be certifying sites to make sure that they are safe and clean and properly operated. And they will also be certifying the transportation providers as well. And really what all of that boils down to is the safety of the island and the safety and health of your clients as well.
Okay, perfect. Claudia's asked, will staff at the resort be required to wear face masks, such as at the bar, restaurant, spa, etc.?
And that is all part of the new protocols and the new certification requirements. All staff, they're not just going to have to wear masks and shields and gloves, but they also have to be tested. Number one, they can't come back to work until they have certification that they are COVID negative. Number two, they are going to be temperature screened every day on arrival. So again, there is a whole new series of operational protocols for our staff and for our guests with the safe reopen of phase 1. And I don't want to speak too much of that because, to be honest, we got a whole list of stuff yesterday that we are still trying to kind of wrap our brains around. I would just ask that you please, you check what the St. Lucia site says and ask your clients to check what the St. Lucia site says. And we will have our website updated hopefully by the end of this week as to the new protocols as well. We are going through them one by one, as with all of the other hotels on the island, to make sure that we are not only operating by WHO and CDC guidelines, but by the latest St. Lucia guidelines as well. There's a lot.
Patricia has asked, can you make dining reservations prior to check-in?
No. Dining reservations will not be available prior to check-in. It really is easier once they are on property. Also, you know, we are going to be operating at less than traditional high occupancies, less than we have operated in the past by the new mandates of phase 1. So it won't be a problem for your clients to get their dinner reservations, you know, on arrival. And with the new social distancing guidelines that we are having to implement in the restaurants, you know, we're kind of moving around restaurant schedules to accommodate that as well.
Super. Edward has asked, hi Natalia, my honeymoon clients are still talking about their Serenity stay. I've got 4 bookings for a 12-member family for this summer with kids. How are you planning on dealing with social distancing with the kids club?
It's a great question. And that's been something that our on-site operations team has actually been dealing with the St. Lucian government guidelines and also the other guidelines as well. And what we are planning to do at this time is the kids club will be operating by reservation so that we can manage the number of children in the kids club and manage the space. We have a really small child to staff ratio anyway. And so our kids club facility is 50,000 square feet. You can't really see that from, you know, the little picture on the right of your screen there, but they are planning to work that out, not only based on the space indoors and outdoors in the kids club, but the staff to child ratio and the kids club operations by reservation with all of the new protocols as well.
Super. Cindy has asked, are there a diet specific meals such as gluten-free, low fat offered at all restaurants?
Gluten-free is available in most of our restaurants, yes. And the dietary restrictions, we ask that you, if it's allergy specific, we ask that you advise our team on arrival, and definitely during the restaurant's example, there's a lot of peanut allergies. We want you to make sure you mention that to the wait staff when you're dining in the restaurants. If it's a matter of gluten-free, we have several gluten-free menu items in all of the restaurants.
Brilliant. Deborah's asked, the most questions that she gets is, when is the best time to travel?
82 degrees and sunny year round. Aside from us being closed right now, I would say the best time to travel is every day.
Perfect. Diana is asking, can a wedding couple split their stay between Harmony and Serenity, say 2 nights prior to the wedding and 5 nights after, and would that be considered a 7-night stay?
For the sake of the rewards program, unfortunately, it is not considered a 7-night stay because it has to be 7 nights in one of the resorts, and the 7-night stay bonus for Coconut Bay is different than the 7-night stay bonus for Serenity, and we can't split that up, unfortunately. But to the other part of your question, we've had multiple guests split their time between Serenity and Harmony, not just for budget reasons, but also because we've had some guests, the bride and groom have stayed in in Harmony so that they can be with the rest of the family before the wedding. And then they go over to Serenity after the wedding, so they've got that bit of separation. That's kind of happened organically, that the bride and groom have elected to stay in Serenity after the wedding, because remember, Coconut Bay guests cannot go to Serenity, but Serenity guests can go to Coconut Bay. So they do have the option of, they can come see the family when they want to, but the family can't go see them.
Okay,
and that's happened quite a bit, that guests will split their time, you know, not just because of budget, but just because they have that bit of separation as well, and they have their own private plunge pool as well.
Perfect. So Catherine's just asked the same question. Are there exchange privileges between Harmony and Serenity? So yes, if you stay at Serenity, but if you stay at Harmony, you can't go to Serenity.
Correct. Correct.
Perfect.
Guests of Coconut Bay cannot randomly wander over to Serenity. But guests of Serenity are entitled to all of Coconut Bay amenities.
Super. Debbie is reading the resort map, and she says it shows the Marriott Islands Nature Reserve. What is this, and is it accessible for the resort guests?
The Maria Islands Nature Reserve. So our 85 acres actually sits on a protected nature reserve. So the shores right off our coast, the beach right off our coast, is actually a protected marine sanctuary. The Maria Islands, which are the two little islands spotted right there, are the islands that you can see from our beach and from all of our pool decks. There is an organization that does operate tours to the Maria Islands. I do not recall off the top of my head. Those tours, I think, are available seasonally.
Perfect. We are down to the last questions now, honestly. Well, the last question. Margaret has asked, is the chocolate night still held?
That's a tough one. So because of the new WHO and CDC guidelines and the issues in regards to buffet, we are not 100% sure if we'll be able to still do chocolate night. There are a handful of, for those of you that know us well, there are a handful of activities and entertainment that we may have to put on hold for now until some of the guidelines are restricted, and chocolate buffet is one of them. One of the things that our general manager and our executive chef is looking into is maybe we incorporate some of those chocolate items into the dessert menus, because we will not be able to operate the buffet, unfortunately. It breaks my heart, I know. But there are a handful of activities, there are a handful of some of the entertainment. Example, karaoke night, we won't be able to do anymore. If you think about what you do in karaoke, you hold a microphone and then you pass it on the next person that holds the microphone, and you pass it on the next person that holds the microphone. And also that's done in one of our bars, and it's tight crowds and tight spaces. And karaoke night is one of the things that also might have to go away temporarily. Hopefully it'll come back at some point in the future.
Super. We just had another question come in, so I'm sorry. Is the water clear at the resort, and also have we had any troubles with seaweed on the beach? So it's two questions in one.
Our beach conditions are really great at different times of year. We have installed last summer a barrier to block the seaweed from coming onto our beach. Thankfully, thus far this year, it has not been a problem. For those of you that are familiar with selling the Caribbean, you know that Sargasso was a problem for many of the islands, not just St. Lucia. Antigua had a really big problem with it. Mexico had a big problem with it. Even the States had a big problem with it. We made a hefty expense last year in putting in a barrier a couple hundred yards off our shore to block the seaweed from coming in, and that's made a really big difference. So thankfully, this past winter season, while we were still open, it wasn't an issue at all, which is a blessing. And it actually usually isn't an issue in winter anyway. It usually doesn't start up until hurricane season, but we're all praying that that won't be an issue this year.
Super. And that is it. I can stop grilling you now. And thank you so much for your patience. And thank you to everybody that's still on the call.
Thank you all for your questions. Thank you for taking the time to join us this afternoon. Again, it is our number one sincere hope and prayer we want to continue to support you, our travel agent partners, as much as possible. That's why we've launched these new rewards. But number two, we are all hoping that the travel industry will bounce back after this, so we can all get back to business. We look forward to welcoming you to our two gorgeous new resorts. We look forward to welcoming your clients. Your clients will be taken care of. And for Serenity, let me say one thing. That is, if you are sending us a client in Serenity, please tell us that you're doing so. Because one thing that we will do on your behalf is say, you know, John Smith, travel agent, would like to welcome you to Serenity, and we will put a bottle of bubbly in the room from you saying, congratulations on your honeymoon, congratulations on your wedding, congratulations on your 10th or 20th or whatever anniversary. We do that as a special service for our agent partners in Serenity. So please feel free to let us know that you're doing that. We'll be glad to take care of that for you. And again, thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience and resilience. And we look forward to working together, taking care of you and taking care of your clients.
Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time. And we will speak to you soon. I'll drop you an email tomorrow with all the links and everything on. And yeah, we'll chat again. So thank you, Natalia. And thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.